Long work hours, coffee breaks, chai breaks at work, what do they lead to? Often the unavoidable, dating at work. And yes, I received an email asking me, Richa, what do you think? Is dating at work okay? Well, I can only lay out the pros and cons. The choice is really yours. Yes, the first word that comes to my mind is unavoidable, but I really wish it was avoidable. While there are some benefits, I can rattle out the benefits much easily. If you're dating and if you're living in together, you can commute to work together. You could have the stability of careers. You're employed in the same company. A lot of companies have dual career policies where they let you pursue your careers and accommodate you. But there are also a lot of pitfalls. And I want to focus on the pitfalls today. Because when you begin dating, everything is all rosy and nice. And often we forget what lies ahead could not be as rosy as your present. And especially if you're dating at work, these are points worth thinking through. You know, there's enough data and research around dating at work and how relationships develop. A lot of people during their corporate careers go through these. However, 2 in 3 do not last very long. Yes, some of them do develop into partnerships or marriages, but not all. The figure is comparatively low. So let me first talk about what happens if your relationship at work breaks off. Points that you must consider or think through. Will both of you be mature enough to manage still working together, walking into meeting rooms and be comfortable with each other, working on the same projects? How will you manage the embarrassment or undercurrents you might carry after a breakup? What happens if there is a seniority gap between the two of you? Your partner is much more senior. How do you manage that conflict or other undercurrents that will develop at work? Are you okay with letting your entire life revolve around your employer or workplace? You know what's going to happen when you're dating someone at work? Well, all those drink sessions, all those coffee sessions and outings will inevitably end up talking about work, what you're going through, sometimes even venting about your boss, and so on. So what happens after you break off, if you break off? Everything that you vented could travel through the grapevine. Are you ready for that? So well, if Cupid has really hit, you are into a relationship, here are some things that you should be very careful about. Step 1, do make sure you and your partner go and declare this to your manager and to your HR manager that both of you are in a relationship, so that the organization can make sure there's no conflict of interest at work, so that the right policies that are there for such relationships kick in and both of you are taken care of. Also, be very, very sure about not exploiting any of the company resources, whether it be communication tools, whether it be travel, or your lunch allowances, splurging on dates. That's a pitfall a lot of people do fall in, and that's something completely avoidable. There's one thing that I really, really want to emphasize on. That's something everyone needs to be careful about, especially if the relationship you are getting into is not with a colleague or a peer, is with someone senior. How would you deal with a breakup? How will you make sure there's no sexual harassment that's reported against you? These are the real watch-outs of a relationship at work. Couple of other things more about life. Again, I'll just emphasize the same thing. It's very important for a good work-life balance to have a life outside work. If both of you continue to nurture your relationship, make that extra effort, go out and make friends outside work, so that your unwindings are not just about your employment. There's more to it. You get fresh insights, you get breathing space. Also try and socialize with people away from each other. You'll have to make a conscious choice of building that space between the two of you to make your relationship flourish in the long run. One last watch out about dating at work. Let's assume all goes well and both of you end up in a long-term relationship. You get married, right? There are going to be consequences for either you or your career or your spouse's career. Some organizations even now have a policy against having life partners at work, and they request one of the partners to opt out of work. This is to avoid any potential conflict of interest at work. While other companies, again to ensure there's no conflict of interest in teams and the productivity is not compromised, try and make sure there's good distance between the two people at work, which could sometimes mean putting your career or your partner's career on a second track, which may also happen if you are outside in another company when you try to accommodate dual locations, etc. But I just wanted to call this out as one of the things that could not work well if you are dating at work and that relationship continues into something more permanent. Lastly, on a very, very light note, while it's great to be in love, it's great to be close to someone you love at workplace where you're potentially spending 10, 12, 13 hours every day. However, maintain your distance. Do not embarrass yourself or your colleagues around by gestures that are not meant for the workplace. Drop in your comments, would love to hear from you, and hit subscribe if you want to keep hearing from Corporate Diaries.